Hey everybody, I'm Zach and welcome to another Wednesday night shop talk with me. I kind of planned on doing these where I try to answer questions and anything that's kind of relevant to small business, welding, anything like that, I just kind of talk about. So this week, first of all, I want to thank Nathan, I believe it is, for becoming a patron or Patreon subscriber. I don't know what you call that. I'm kind of new to this. I don't really want to turn into one of those channels that's always like asking for money, but yeah, that really is cool. I appreciate when you guys sign up on there and really kind of helps make all this happen, because as we're going to talk about here later, I guess I could get right into it. So if you're new here, I build a lot of sanitary stainless steel things for food production plants. I mostly work for one large, not multinational, but across the US company. They have a few facilities in other countries, but yeah, large nationwide company, we'll call it that. I'm not going to say who it is or really get into a whole lot of details, but yeah, so I've worked for them now primarily for about the past 4 or 5 years, something like that. Actually, no, I guess it's probably 5 or 6 years now that I think about it, but that doesn't really matter. I've let myself fall into the trap of basically working for them. I used to bounce from one facility to another. I don't really do that kind of work anymore. I mostly stick with one facility, but it's really easy to basically just know one set of people you got to deal with, one accounts payable person, one insurance person, one tax person, one of those you have to deal with. And it's really easy to basically just kind of get complacent, and I have let myself do that. Last year, they went through some financial issues and were late, very, very late on paying some invoices, which was definitely a wake-up call to me to start finding some other customers and kind of diversify. If you look around the shop here, I've got an iron worker, big bandsaw, all that. Absolutely, you can be versatile with that. You can do, the iron worker just opens up so much work. But you actually have to get out there. You have to find people that are willing to pay you to do stuff. You have to build those relationships. Really owning a small fab shop like this, it's really all about the relationships. You can go out and buy an iron worker. You can go out and buy all that stuff. But it takes time to develop those relationships and those, the people actually, within the last couple years here, I've met a few people that have really opened up a lot of doors as far as, meeting other people and getting work. So ever since they, initially went through that, kind of money panic there, I've really been trying to diversify and not spend as much time working for that one company, and I'm very thankful for that. Here recently, they decided basically they were happy with my services, but they would like me to do it for what amounted to $30 an hour less in what I bill them. So basically, I work mostly for them for T&M. I will bid certain projects, but most of the work I do is going to be time and materials. It just has always worked out very well that way, because there's so many variables. There's no way, and I'm very honest with them. I will tell them hey, I can bid this project, but you are going to pay way less doing time and materials. And for me, it takes off a lot of the stress. So, I made pretty good money off of them. But then also it makes things easier to do at T&M like that. I probably shouldn't. I probably should bid it, and I should probably get every last penny out of them. But I have not been doing that. We had a good relationship. It was a good deal there, but I guess they were penny pinching at the moment. And like I said, they wanted me to take what was essentially a $30 an hour pay cut in what I charge them. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. Now, before, when I didn't have any other customers, I might have grudgingly done it and just slacked off. It's not exactly you're not exactly going to be super motivated knowing you're making that much less money to do the same job. Anyway, but that's another story. I try to always be, professional while I'm on the job site. I try to, not be a loaf. But anyway, so yeah, basically that's going on in the background now. But thankfully, I've had time to kind of build up some clients, and also like, time to build out the fab shop here. This was kind of the big push after that happened the last time, to build out this shop space and become more diversified. Here lately, I'm just trying to kind of figure out which direction I want to go. I don't know that they are going to have me back. I kind of assume they will, because there's not too many, as you kind of get more specialized in the sanitary stainless world, and if you do like the fabrication, if you do the on-site work, if you do the machining, if you can also do the engineering. I'm not an engineer, but like I can do the math. You become pretty valuable to a company like that. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. So in the meantime, I plan on making as many videos as I can to try and build this up. I mean, I would love to just turn into a YouTuber and just build stuff like that and answer questions. So in the meantime, we're working on the shop here. Well, I'm working on the shop. There's not any we. I do have one of my kids is doing the camera work, except not today because we kind of got home late. But anyway, yes, so I'm Zach. If you have business-related questions, I would very much like you to post them in the comments below, and I would like to do my best to answer them. So anyway, I thank you all for tuning in. Again, please check out the Patreon down there, and yeah, have a good evening.